So 87 illegal miners are expected to make a formal bail application at the Orkney Magistrate's Court this morning. They're facing charges of attempted murder as well as illegal possession of gold and firearms. The NPA in the Northwest says it intends to oppose bail as many of the suspects are not documented. In fact, it's also where we find our reporter now, Bafedile Moerane, who's watching the story. She joins us now live. And Bafedile, we've seen that illegal mining is a serious matter in that part of the province. But perhaps as a start, get us in on what we expect to emerge from court today.
Well, quite a thorny issue there that the law enforcement agencies, together with government and the mining companies in this particular town of Orkney near Clackstop, is dealing with. So today, 87 illegal miners expected to make an appearance before the court to make a formal bail application, but we understand that a number of them are from Lesotho and they do not have a proper documentation. So the first time they appeared, the NPA said they had to go and verify their addresses as well as their documentation before granting any one of them a bail. So that's what we should expect today at the court as to whether all of them will be granted bail. And we know we've been following this particular story for quite some time, and we are in a possession of a radio conversation they called a radio in Lesotho. It is those who are in police custody who have called that particular radio station appealing for help from Lesotho authorities, saying that they are suffering police brutality here in the police custody, the police cells here in Orkney and Potchefstroom, among other cells that they have been held before they could come today to make the formal bail application. So we want to get a hold of Lesotho authorities this morning, because when we did this particular story and got that particular audio, it was during the weekend. So we'll definitely try to get the authorities in Lesotho to hear from them as to how are they intending to help this particular alleged illegal miners. So in the Northwest here, we spoke to Sanco chairperson Paul Sebekwe, who actually saying that South Africa is not a banana republic. All of us, we have to respect the law, and they are expecting a Sanco for everyone, despite of whether you are a South African or you are a foreigner. You have to be treated as equal as to everyone else and respect the law and follow all the protocols as expected. So we are going there today because this is quite a serious issue. I tell you, sometime around July that we saw the Minister, Gwede Mantashe, Minister of Mineral Resources, descending down here, to talk to the mines here after finding about 20 bodies lying on the bushes. And we understand that those bodies were retrieved underground. It's of those alleged illegal miners. And sometime at the beginning of last month, another 7 people were shot during an altercation with the police. And later again, towards the end of last month, another 7 people were shot in the altercation with the police. So it's really a serious matter, because we understand that these alleged illegal miners are heavily armed, and so it becomes a very serious problem for the law enforcers, and particularly the mine, to go and remove them underground. We saw a group of about 500 at that particular time, at the last incident, 500 members, illegal miners, alleged illegal miners, being removed underground there by the law enforcers. And we spoke to China Precious Metal manager, who has indicated to us that by this year only, from January to now, they have removed about 1,200 illegal miners. So we understand that these people, they stay for about 3 months or 6 months underground. They're digging gold and making a lot of money out of this. So we are following that particular story to see whether today all of them will be granted bail, because we understand that the majority of them are from Lesotho and they are not documented properly, Ayanda.
Yeah, and Bafedile, I guess part of what also needs to be done is to try and decode who's actually funding, at the very least, the provision of arms for these miners, because we're seeing more incidents where they're retaliating to law enforcement during confrontations.
Well, of course, we understand that is a very serious syndicate, and quite a thorny issue here, to say that even right now, we have actually been in talks with some of these illegal miners who are afraid to talk to us on record. Even during the week, we spoke to someone who's very much, knowledgeable about what is happening there, underground there, and the connections and everything, who told us that as we speak, despite the mine, which is China Precious Metal Movement, having to halt, the work, because we understand that underground here, there's an intersection where the illegal miners, the less illegal miners, would meet with the workers of this particular mine underground. So the mine has decided to halt the operations in order to decisively deal with this particular issue. So we understand that more people are still coming, irrespective of the efforts being taken by the law enforcers as well as the mine to say that let's now focus into this matter. People are still coming from as far as Lesotho and also from Gauteng province to say that we want to come there to operate, through whatever particular connections they have. So it's a serious matter. We're really asking ourselves as to how will the law enforcers as well as the mines company here will deal with this matter, because it keeps on continuing irrespective of the measures being put in place. As I tell you that the mine has since taken a decision to halt the operations right now to deal with this matter of illegal mining.
Bafedile Moerane, thanks very much indeed for that story. We'll be watching it with you as it continues to develop. Bafedile, live to us there from the Orkney region.